I venture to speak today on the theme of approaches to establishing world peace before the august body of representatives of world religions. It need to mention we all know that mankind's history is replete incensed wars and violence, but never during any century has it witnessed the unbridled bloody mayhem that accompanied the 20th century. Lava of violence erupted with unprecedented fury and forced the left millions dead in the series of events. Two World War, October Revolution in USA, Russia, Stalin's purge, Mao's victory, India's partition, Hitler's Holocaust, terrible tragedy in Hiroshima. Death tolls Vietnam and Colombia and many regional conflicts and genocides have left mankind paralyzed. 21st century started with tragic destruction of World Trade Center, and our life is not safe in any travel modes, planes, bus, railway, etc. We are not safe in the streets, church, temple, college, and any place on this planet Earth. I arrived to the theme of peace education to end the evil of war, violence, and hatred. In order to find effective remedy, one has to go deep in pinpointing causes of happenings. United States Natural Cultural Organization UNESCO in its exemplary doctrine remind us that the idea of war and violence first germinate in human brain cells. Physiognomy of human brain is in two hemispheres. Reasoning and logical thinking is proceed in the left hemisphere of the human brain, and right hemisphere nurses his emotions and empathy. Science has to do much research, however, it is safe to say that the personality informed largely by the cells in which part of the brain are more active. Anger, hate, sense of reverence, and other negative feelings are prompted by brain cells. Since the beginning of human civilization, war and violence are with us from the day Cain killed his brother Abel in biblical story. Jain 24th Tirthankar, Lord Mahavir, who preached reverence for life and respect for others' viewpoint, believed that by right education, human behavior can be transformed in right direction. His contemporary Buddha of Axil age believed in peace education. Mahatma Gandhi in 20th century renewed our faith in peace education. World peace can be achieved only after achieving peace of mind and soul. The factors responsible for mind's unrest have to be identified and solutions should be searched. It is scientific fact that animal brain is present in human brain where animal instincts are born. Neocortical layer also present where human brain and divine instincts are born. The root cause of unrest, violence and terror is that when a person's animal brain is awake, that then he is involved in such brutal tendencies, peace education should be linked with present education system so that neocortex layer is awakened and animal brain sleeps. Present education system should be value-based. It is necessary to focus on mental and emotional development along with physical and intellectual development. World peace can be achieved only in the presence of freedom, equality and justice. Equality ensures the presentation of individuals and groups on the basis of classes, gender, religion, color or regional. Freedom allows people to express their views. Equality and justice help in removing the ground of conflict. World peace can be achieved only when we are able to resolve conflict. In present international scenario, each and every person, or we should say every citizen of the global family, ought to be committed to adopt the path shown by Bhagwan Buddha for peace. Conflict caused due to ideological extremism, religious fundamentalism, misguided nationalism, economic injustice and inequality, violence of human rights, suppression of freedoms, militarization of power politics, population explosion, radical and ethics, discrimination, egoism, and uncontrolled human instincts should be resolved. Only then we can achieve peace in the society. The President Wilson reminded during First World War that the war was the way to the peace. Mahatma Gandhi reminded Buddha's teaching and said, peace is the way to the peace. Member states of United Nations every year allocated substantial portion of their GDP for military preparation and politely classify it as allocation for defense. I urge all the representatives of Parliament of World Religions to take lead to create public opinion or their representative countries to that government in their annual budget can allocate fund of peace education. I have not much time here today to go in detail of how curriculum of peace education is designed. It may be designed according to the cultural and religious environmental of each society and government. But the goal should be one and only one, to end the war, violence and hatred to be replaced with lasting peace and prosperity. To establish world peace, we need to adopt a multi-pronged approach that addresses the root causes of conflict and promotes understanding, cooperation and harmony among nations and communities. First and foremost, we need to cultivate a culture of peace and non-violence in our societies. This can be achieved by promoting education and awareness programs that teach the value of compassion, empathy, and respect for diversity. We need to teach our children that violence is not a solution of conflict and that there are peaceful ways to resolve disputes. Secondly, we need to address the root causes of conflict such as poverty, inequality, and lack of access to resources. We need to ensure that every individual has access to basic needs such as food, water and shelter, and that they have equal opportunities to succeed in life. This will help reduce the tension that arises due to economic disparities and promote social harmony. Thirdly, we need to promote dialogue and understanding between different cultures, religions and communities. We need to recognize the richness and diversity of our cultures. Peace is necessary for development. World peace and harmony is possible by uplifting humanitarian values, spirituality commands, and path for world peace and harmony. Spirituality is connecting the human with the nature. Every human being has to awaken the spiritual side within. World peace is possible only with humanitarian thinking, uplifting moral and characteristic values is necessary for certain of balanced personality and balanced society. Moral and character value are decreasing in the present times because of the status of a person more dominant than the person. What a person possesses has become more important than what a person is. Religion is not against development. When materialistic development is based on the foundation of spirituality, it becomes a boon, otherwise it becomes a curse. At the end of this session, we would like to summarize my words in one line: promotion of peace and harmony lead towards unity. Thank you. Jai Jinendra.